Happy Thursday, folks, and thank you for joining me for the second episode of the Draw Along Show for this week. And today we're going to do what we usually do, which is kick it off with a You Draw It, and that's where everybody in the audience gets to follow along step by step with a very simple drawing. We all do it together, and remember, all of these shows are archived. You can watch them back on YouTube or Behance anytime you like. And so if you missed the Draw Along section, the You Draw It part, don't worry, you can always watch it again. We're going to start with that. Then I'm going to give you a little art tip that I think you'll find very helpful. And we'll finish with an animal and activity, which is always where you in the chat can suggest to me an animal that I'll draw, but that animal has to be doing something strange, weird, funny, bizarre, unexpected, and that's what makes it so fun. And you always come up with really creative stuff. So I'm excited about that. I hope you're all doing well out there. Let me say hi to some folks who are joining us over on Behance. That's where I'm looking at the chat, by the way. So if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, head on over to behance.net/live or be.net/live, and you can join the chat there and talk to me. So I see Jessica's here, and Afroha, and Sam, and Steven, and Umacorn is here as well. Hi, Mercurial. Nice to see you. And everybody else, thanks for joining in. I hope you're all feeling happy out there, and I hope that life for you is a satisfying thing. We all want satisfaction. We want to be satisfied. But I have a question for you. Where does satisfaction come from? Well, I heard it was from a satisfactory. Whew, time to draw. All right, here we go. Now, you're going to have to draw with something. So grab yourself a pencil, a pen, a marker, or crayon, or you can take your older brother's favorite tennis racket and you can dip it in a whole bucket of house paint and you can draw with that. I'm sure he won't mind. Okay? Now, to do these drawings, you need to do three simple things, and they are a straight line, a zigzag, or a curvilinear line. Okay, now it could look like that. S curve, C curve, could go that way, this way, whatever. You get the idea. Those are curvilinear lines. If you can do those three simple things, then you can draw along with me, and I know you can. So why don't we get started? Are you ready? Today's drawing is going to start with a C curve that has been rotated 90 degrees clockwise. So check it out. Here we go. Like that. All right? That's how you want to start this drawing. And then you want to take this end and that end, check this out, and you're going to draw downwards at a slight angle. Okay, check it out. Down we go. Okay? And then here, I'm going to do some lines in the middle here. Okay? I'm going to start by drawing a line down the middle this way. Okay, right in the center of that C curve. Then draw this second piece, and then draw one in between these two and one in between these two. All right, so that gives us a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Okay, and that's the start of our drawing. So notice there's a slight angle to this, right? It's angling up. It's not straight up and down, is it? Not perfectly vertical. Okay, now sticking with that theme, okay? Right about here where we started to make a change in direction, we went for our curve, but then we went straight, okay? Right where that happens, we are going to draw a line that is not horizontal, but rather angles out slightly like this. So we're going that way. I want you to imagine that that line passes right through. Okay, this other section of the drawing comes out the other side like that. All right, that's the next step. Okay, now we're going to draw a line that follows along with this angle. Okay, so we're going to come down about to there. All right, in fact, I'm actually going to make that a little longer. There we go. Move this up here so you all can see what I'm doing. So that is a right angle more or less, and it's roughly the same angle as this, okay? So far, so good. And by the way, we'll have an opportunity later to make this line longer if we need to, so don't sweat it, okay? Now right next to it here, giving a little bit of room, all right? Now this is a distance here that I want you to look at. And I want you to imagine that we're taking that distance and we're gonna almost double it, all right? Because that's the width I want for this next line. Starting about here and coming down, but tapering slightly towards this line. Slight taper, very slight. Okay. Alrighty, now this line here, we are going to extend it now. So I've gone down this way, going to make it a little longer like this. Okay, so I've added some space. Look at the distance we have between here and here. And here, I'm going to come out like that, little L shape right there. And then I'm going to angle in slightly this way. Okay. Can you see that? Now imagine that this line here just keeps on going. Leave a little space and draw it like that. It's a little farther down than this right here. Okay. And then I just do that. Okay. Now here, I'm going to carry this through like that. And do the same up here. And I'm just going to square that off and color it in like that. Okay. So there we have that sort of rectangle that's been colored in. Alrighty. And then here, I'm just going to do a little angle upwards like that. Everybody with me so far? So far, so good? Alrighty, now, right here, okay, I'm going to draw a line that comes straight out, slight angle here, like that. And then I'm going to head back that way. It's a nice zigzag. We go, right? Okay, and now here, I want to head out this direction. Bam. Okay, that's quite a bit lower than here, right? Important to note. 1, 2, and 3. We're heading a good distance away from here. It gives us a lot of space right here because now we want to come all the way past this. Okay, and you can lift up your stylus, your pen, your pencil, whatever you're drawing with, your brother's tennis racket. All right, and you want to make this line go all the way up that direction. Okay. And this one's going to pass through like this, and then it's going to angle up that way. Bam, like that. Get that a little better. There we go. And this one is going to angle out that way. Okay. And then we're going to head back that way. And we're going to do the same here. Now see this little change in direction right here? I want you to look at that. I want you to imagine this entire shape. Don't draw this line, but watch. I want you to imagine this entire shape is angling up that way. Okay? So I'm keeping that in the back of my mind because I want to leave a little space here as I come down. Because now I'm going to make the neck of a guitar. See this? We're making this hard rocking, head banging person here. So I'm going to be angling up that way. So here we go. Start traveling in that direction. Okay. Start traveling in that direction. Taper a little bit as we go. Traveling some more. Traveling some more. And right about there, I'm going to stop. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This line and this line are about the same length. These two are longer. See that? And right here in between them, okay, about here, I'm going to do another little line like that. And that represents the hand holding the neck of the guitar. Okay, so bring these out a little longer now. And you're going to just do this. You're going to jump up a notch and then carry out the same way. Okay? And then here you're going to angle down and back. And then here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are our tuning knobs right there for this awesome big electric guitar. All right, now from this side, we're going to go down and over. Okay, it's going to come down and over. Check it out. Down and over. Leave a little space right there. Okay. And then here, down and over. Okay. I want this to be roughly the same width as this. Okay, so the arms look like they're about the same. Here's that little line for the sleeve. And then from here, I just go straight on down like this. Okay. Everybody with me here? Now this is the fun part. Gonna have these legs go bam out to the side. Check it out. All the way down like this. Longest line in the drawing. And then a little line like that. Okay. And then I'm gonna come right up to here. Like that. And then same on this side. Down we go. And then back here. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. This line is to come down like this. And we just do that. All right. Rocking out. Now here, do a little circle and another little circle. These are our knobs that we use to adjust the tone of the guitar and the volume, right? And if you want to get fancy, you can add some other cool details to this. You can customize this guitar. Maybe you can put some like tattoos and things on this guy. Do whatever you want. Make him look like a rocker. Okay. How about some action lines? Bam, bam. Like that. Maybe you want to do a little sound from the guitar. Bop, 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 bop. Like that. Something like that. All right. Now, this is electric, so we're going to plug it in. Check it out. Right from here, I'm going to go S curve. See that? S curve. And then I'm going to loop it and just throw it back there and let it go away. Okay, that's a fun thing to do right there. And there you go. There is our cool headbanging rocker person. All right, that's a fun one. That is the You Draw It for today. And you can just do whatever you like to make that your own. You can add some cool details in the clothing and whatnot. You know, maybe you want put like a skull on the t-shirt or something like that, right? Decorate the guitar, like I said. Whatever you want to do, there you go. But that is You Draw It for today. All right, let's see. Frankenstrat. This is Axel. That's cool. I like it. It's a theme week. Yeah, because yesterday we drew Frankenstein's monster. And that was really fun. We'll take a look at that in a second. So we're going to get on to an art tip now for you all. And this is where... Oh, wait. It's Appreciation Station already? Holy cow, I missed it. Hey, today we're appreciating Jessica. What's up, Jessica? Jessica, do you remember all those years ago when we were in New York? We were working as house painters. This was like, I guess about 60 years ago, something like that. It was a while back. And we were painting this guy's house, and we had the paint sitting up on a platform so we could reach them. And you reached over a little too far and knocked the paint over. And we were painting his garage, so it dropped down onto the driveway and just splashed everywhere. So a big splishy, splashy mess, lots of little drops of paint all mixed together, blah, all over the driveway. And the guy who hired us, he came running out. And at first he was so upset and mad, and he said, ah. And then suddenly he stopped for a minute and he looked at the driveway, and then he shouted, Eureka! I've got it. And then he ran away from us into the house where he had a little art studio. And we didn't hear from him for a long time. Well, guess what? It turns out that guy was Jackson Pollock. And you, okay, because you knocked that paint over, you got his whole career kick-started. And the rest is history. So we have to thank you for getting Jackson Pollock started on his career because of our little house painting job. That was really something. So we appreciate you today. Well done. Bravo. And now it's time for an art tip. All right. Are you ready, folks? So for today's art tip, I want you to look at this little drawing of a plant. Now, it's okay, right? It's fine. But what I want to talk to you today about is the importance of using reference when you draw. And when I say reference, I mean look at photos or look at actual objects around you that you want to draw and make a couple of observations that'll make your drawing better. So when I look at this plant, the problem with it is every single one of these leaves, okay, is about the same shape And they're all growing off to the side of this stem here, this main stem of the plant. And that's not how plants grow, but sometimes you don't really notice that until you pay attention to the thing you're drawing in real life. So I thought, why don't we look at this plant for a moment here? And let's try something. I'm going to reduce the opacity here of this plant for just a moment. And I'm going to use my art tip green. There it is. And I just want to try something. I'm going to just trace some of these shapes, and probably won't do them all. But I want to try and show you what happens when you use reference, how this changes your drawing. Okay. So let's just do there. That's a really good little sampling right there. Okay. Now let's hide this for a moment. Look at the variety of the shapes that we have there in that plant. What a difference it makes when the leaves are growing towards us, right? We see the undersides of some of them, right? They flop over here and there. We have some that are facing us directly and they just turn into like a flat shape like that. So this, if I bring this back for a moment, is so much more interesting. The shapes are varied, okay, which is much closer to what you would see in real life, right? Let's just throw that pot in there for a moment. Okay, now look at the difference between plant A and plant B. Big difference, don't you think? So you don't have to be, using photos for everything you do, and you don't have to be, completely locked into realism or anything, but these kinds of observations, okay, will make a big difference in your drawings, and I recommend that you think about using reference with your drawings, and I think it's going to level up your game, your art game, so think about that. Alrighty. Now, it is time for the animal and activity game. Now, you in the chat have to suggest for me, please, an animal doing something funny, something strange, something we do not expect. And as an example of what we've done in the past, okay, yesterday, as we mentioned, Frankenstein's monster, he was doing the Carlton, there he is, okay, and then we've done other things like we've had a cow jump roping, for example, we had a T-Rex crocheting. These are the kinds of things that we do with the animal and activity game. I'm going to get my nice light blue color to sketch with, right? A little bit lighter than that. Oh yeah, it feels good. And I'm ready to go. So let's see what kind of suggestions you have. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like that one. Thank you, Jorge, for that. It's a nice tip. Yes. And Umacorn, yes. When I draw plants too, in the same way, and then if I go study them, what a difference it makes to really look at something. And this goes for anything you're drawing, okay? Sneakers. People always draw sneakers wrong. Take a look at what sneakers really look like. All right. We have a puma tossing horseshoes at a picnic. Folks, I'm a huge fan of horseshoes, if you didn't know that. And I'm actually quite good. It's one of my secret talents, believe it or not. I dated a girl way back in 25 years ago. Oh gosh, it was a long time ago. And her father was awesome at horseshoes and taught me some horseshoe skills. All right, we have a shark cooking. So a cooking shark. I like that one too. That's a nice one, Bruce. Let's see. I'm having trouble with my chat here, trying to scroll it up. There we go. What else do we have here, folks? A leopard gardening. A gardening leopard. So right now we have two big cats and a shark. Now, Bruce, you might not know this, but we actually, believe it or not, drew a shark cooking. That happened. We drew a shark making a soup. All right, we have an octopus running. I like that one, Heital. That's a good one. However, we did do an octopus just a week ago, so hold on to that one. I like that. I like that. I think, Oh, a dog doing dishes. Did I miss that one? A dog doing dishes. Let's see. Well, I think I'll try this puma tossing horseshoes. That's fun. Randall suggested an elephant doing yoga, by the way. That's really funny, too. Hold on to that one, Randall. I like that one. Let's do that one next week. All right, so here we go. A puma tossing horseshoes at a picnic. So we want to get this action right here. So we got the... It's kind of a one arm back and the other arm forward and release. And there goes the horseshoe. Like that. And then we need that big cat head. Actually, give it a little more space for it. There we go. Kind of like that. A little better there. Like that. Get those ears down. More puma kind of ears. And I think he's gonna be wearing like what kind of polo shirt for this activity? Like this. And some nice shorts and some pockets. A little backyard barbecue kind of action for our puma here. There we go. Okay. There's that tail. That feels all right. All right, let's knock that back a little bit. Grab our darker blue. And let's see what I can do in roughly 3 minutes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, boink. And there's that nose. Make sure I get that mouth shape a little better. That's more like it. And there's that polo shirt. This arm is tossing out the horseshoe. And that leg coming forward. Other leg back this way. down to the wire with this one, folks. Make sure this looks somewhat acceptable. Oh, don't pumas have like a fatter tail? Kind of like that, something like that. I don't know. Am I just maybe thinking of like the logo I've seen for the apparel and shoe company? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Oh my gosh! Wow, we just barely made it out of there. Boom. Okay, folks. There you go. Wow. Holy cow. Thanks for watching. No masterclass tomorrow, but I'll be back next week. Everybody take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Remember to be kind. And I'm going to say ciao for now.